You're just too needy. I'm looking for an easy relationship, and you're just so needy. You may have heard that from your avoidant partner or your avoidant ex when they ended the relationship, when they discarded you. Or perhaps you heard that throughout the course of the relationship anytime you asserted your wants and needs. No, you are not needy for having expectations in a relationship. You are certainly not needy for wanting the bare minimum from this person. Wanting them to consistently communicate, wanting them to show up for you, to not cancel plans, to follow through with promises, and to be emotionally present for you is not neediness. That may seem needy to an emotionally unavailable avoidant, especially a dismissive avoidant, but that is not needy, and you are not wrong for having boundaries, needs, wants, expectations in a relationship. But keep in mind, having even the bare minimum expectations in a relationship can feel insurmountable to an avoidant. And this is not because of you. It's not because you're needy or you did anything wrong. This is because of their attachment wounds that mostly come from childhood. This is a person that experienced consistent childhood emotional neglect. They weren't given the love and the nurturing in the way that they needed. But in addition to that neglect, they often had a parent or caretaker or multiple that had very high expectations on them. They were only given love, praise, and nurturing based on achievement, based on meeting those expectations, and they felt like they routinely fell short of meeting their parents' expectations. So, fast forward to being an adult. Due to the lack of love and nurturing, this is a person that personalized it. They grew up to feel unlovable and defective, like something's wrong with them. That's why they fear emotional closeness and emotional intimacy, and that's why they have walls up. Their subconscious fear is that if I let my walls down, my partner is going to discover, they're going to figure me out that I'm worthless and unlovable. So it's safer to keep their partner at an emotional distance. Now, because they couldn't meet the expectations of their parents or caretakers, any kind of expectations in the relationship feels just overwhelming to the avoidant. It's inevitable that they're going to disappoint you. It's inevitable that you're going to be disappointed and let down by them because they can't meet expectations, even if that expectation is to just check in by text every day, to spend a date night every week, to not disappear on you for days. These expectations can be very minimal, but they can be completely overwhelming and insurmountable to the avoidant. Now, because avoidants do struggle with accountability, and it has to do with that core wound of defectiveness, they will look for external things to blame their fears and their behaviors on. So since you have expectations in the relationship, therefore it's not their lack of willingness and effort to meet the expectations, it's your expectations that are the problem. You are just too needy for having any needs and expectations. This is actually a form of gaslighting. The gaslighter plants the seeds of doubt in your mind, so you doubt your perception of reality. You doubt your feelings. And when you're doubting yourself, they can escape accountability because self-doubt makes it really hard to hold the other person accountable. So they are gaslighting you to avoid accountability, and they're gaslighting themselves so they don't have to look within, self-reflect, and acknowledge that they have insecurities and attachment wounds that are causing them to feel triggered, not anything that you are doing wrong. Do not beat yourself up for having needs, wants, and expectations. That is okay and that is normal. A person that is emotionally available will want to meet your expectations and your needs. A person that genuinely cares about you is going to make effort to make sure that your needs are taken care of in addition to their own. Because that's part of emotional availability, is the ability and willingness to empathize with your partner and to care about their wants, needs, feelings, and perceptions. The emotionally unavailable partner is unable and unwilling to feel that empathy and concern for your needs, especially when they are triggered. But you are not wrong for having needs. A person that is emotionally available will show you that respect for your boundaries and your needs. Again, the person that cares about you truly and has that true emotional connection, that bond, is not going to call you needy for having expectations. So don't beat yourself up